do struct, then obviously we can just continue on. All right. OK, so we need to know the cosine formula. You guys can see we've broken up our two angles. So using the cosine formula, again, I want to identify my u and my v, right? And then I'm just plugging them into my formula. So I have cosine of 120 degrees, cosine of 45 degrees, and then it's minus sine of 120 times the sine of 45 degrees. Right? Did I memorize it correctly? Remember, notice how cosine, they opposite, like they flip the sign. OK. Now I need to evaluate them. But remember, I've only talked about the first quadrant. So we just need to remember 120 degrees. First of all, we need to know these in rate and degrees. OK. So 120 degrees has a reference angle of 60 degrees, which is basically this point in the second quadrant. Because this angle is 60 degrees, so it's basically over there in the second quadrant. Therefore, it's the x coordinate, which is cosine. But cosine in the second quadrant is always going to be negative. So I'm going to have negative 1/2 times cosine of 45 degrees is square root of 2 over 2. Minus the sine of 120 degrees. Well, sine is going to be square root of 3 over 2. But sine is positive in the second quadrant. So that's square root of 3 over 2. And then the sine of 45 degrees is square root of 2 over 2. So again, first step, just evaluating using the angles and your formulas. Step 2, that's knowing your unit circle. You have to know the unit circle and how to evaluate. Have to know all that stuff. OK? Because now we're now into the second chapter on trig. Then step 3 is simplifying, all just doing algebra. So we got to multiply our fractions. So therefore, I get a negative square root of 2 over 4 minus the square root of 6 over 4. OK? And then I can just combine. And I'm good with that. OK?